Mame, any lawyer Chris Akume ending komo na mention thoughts on this matter. Say, Sisiano, Asama, baby, Abedri, say, Kaneshie Magistrate Court, one more issue, a warrant of arrest for a MP Francis Xavier Sosu. Lawyer Chris Akume, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, and good morning to your panelists and listeners.
I hope you're doing well today, sir.
By the grace of God.
Sir, let me take your reaction to the arrest warrants that the Kaneshie Magistrate Court has issued for the Member of Parliament. How did you react to that, news when you first heard it?
Yes, as a lawyer and a practicing lawyer, of course, I will not fault the court in Kaneshie, or will not fault the Kaneshie court, because when a prosecution or a prosecutor goes to court and establishes a basis for which a warrant must be issued, and the court is satisfied that for the reason given or adduced, there's need for a warrant of arrest to be issued, the court will do so, like in this instant case. If a prosecutor has not gone to court, the court would not have issued a warrant on its own volition. It's because there is an issue. That is one. I believe in the rule of law, and as a practicing, the court must be given a free and unfettered right to do what the Constitution expects them to do. That is adjudicating on issues which are brought before the courts. So whether it is right for the police to go to court to seek a warrant of arrest or to be granted a warrant of arrest is a different issue altogether. But then I will not fault the court for granting if there is basis for the court to do so.
Now, let's get some education from you. The process of effecting this arrest is what we are all trying to wrap our minds around. That how would the police be able to effect this arrest if the Member of Parliament is on his way to Parliament without infringing on his immunities as a Member of Parliament?
Yeah, that is another issue altogether. The court has done its duty and has granted the power of arrest to the police. If the police are unable to effect the arrest as a result of the constitutional or impediment, they have to go back to court and seek some other measures as to effect the arrest. Other than that, they have to go to Parliament, like they went to the church, in an uncivil manner, try to bulldoze Takashi, or in a military style, physically take him out. And if that is a way out, that would be too bad. It will create chaos and pandemonium today. But the best thing is that there is a procedure for which things have been done in the past when it comes to matters affecting invitation to Parliament. It is rooted through the Speaker, and the Speaker arranges with the parliamentarian who has this kind of constitutional immunity to and from Parliament as to the arrangements to be made to report to the police authority. That has been the precedent all along. I don't see why we are trying to deviate from it this way by showing this unnecessary bravado or Takashi or that kind of thing. I don't see it. So I think there must be a resort to sanity. The right thing must be done. There must be a rerouting or a routing of the absconding warrant by the police through the Speaker, and the Speaker's office will arrange with the members of Parliament and the police for Sosu's appearance before them.
Would one not be fair to say that the police, in doing their job in the civil manner, had taken those steps that you are saying we should reroute now, when they extended an invitation to the Member of Parliament to come to the police headquarters for a statement to be taken?
I sincerely believe that, you see, the failure of Sosu to report to the police, stems from the police anti-civil behavior by even attempting to arrest him at church of all places. Wulu, honestly, if you see a blazing fire, will you carry a gallon of petrol near the fire? You won't do it. It will be sheer stupidity and foolishness to carry petrol near a blazing fire. How will you go to a police station or honor invitation when you have a protection, when the same police tries to affect your arrest in the house of God on a Sunday? I wouldn't do it. So, if for any reason or the other, Sosu is using, Parliament and the Constitution as a shield of protection, he has a basis to do so. The police did not do well in the first place. You remember, the same thing was done in the case of Tatu Chikata, and we all roundly condemn it. I was surprised that they did it the second time around. They've arrested somebody, a sick person who had arrived from a trip at the airport before. That has been done. What is it? Why can't sanity prevail in our professional execution of duties? Please. Sosu must be made to accept the fact that if he reports to the police, he will be accorded that dignity and respect. But when you put your foot wrongly forward in the first instance, what message are you sending to him? And if he's got the parliamentary immunity as a shield to use, why won't he use it? Please, let the police do the right thing. As for the court, let's not fault the court. I'm not going to fault the court. I will not fault the magistrate or the judge. We should, the right thing must be done. They have done their duty because somebody has gone there with a complaint and a request, and that has been granted. How that will be implemented, that's a different thing. Like I've said, if there's a roadblock, they must go back to court. Or, you see, in this era, while we are having this dispute resolution, why can't this be resolved peacefully? Why should people we have problems in this nation to solve? Why should people want to create a necessary problem for this country to divert real problem of providing amenities, making life easier for Ghanaians? These are necessary things. Please, I think that cool heads must prevail so that the right thing is done. Sosu must, if he's given the assurance, must report to the police.
Now, it is that point that I wanted to come to, because you are making the point that, if there's fire and you don't take kerosene and petrol to it and all of that. But we have seen instances where, MPs have been invited and, having suspicion that there was a possibility of being detained by the police, they went with seniors in their party, even high-ranking members of parliament who went with such MPs, and they came back to their homes. Could that not have been the case for Sosu?
Yes. You see, I'll give you an instance. There's a case of an invitation issued. I think it was in the case of Okwanyiroho. I was one of the solicitors who went to the... And the way we were roughly treated, I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. Even to the extent that, look, a senior police officer who is a lawyer gave instruction and brought in, policemen armed with guns to drive us out of the, of the meeting place, because we were making a request to them that, we should see our client in their presence and interrogate him on one or two things. We did 5 minutes. Armed policemen came to the chamber where we were meeting. And will you believe that I was there with lawyer Adaudu, Betty Mole, and very, very prominent NDC. I think the general secretary was there. And they came to physically, they drove us out under gunfire at the police headquarters. I mean, do you think that if I were the solicitor for what they call it, Sosu, I will advise in the circumstances, in this to go there. No, the police might be very civil to give the assurance to people that when they visit them or when they honor their invitation, they will be accorded with civility as the law prescribes. So I think that, like I'm saying, let's start doing things right in this country. You understand it? So we have problems in this country to solve. This kind of unnecessary things which should detract attention from, performing one's lawful duty to the nation to put us on the road of progress is unnecessary.
All right.
There must be a way out.
I'm grateful, lawyer, that you made time to join us this morning.
Thank you very much.
And that's lawyer Chris Akume joining us live on the show this morning, sharing his thoughts with us on the matter of lawyer Francis Xavier Sosu. He's a member of parliament for Medina.